Hello, it's Domestic Pickup Truck Plus SUV Talk. Today I have a 2019 Infiniti QX50 and I'm in the garage with the hood up. Why? Because the big news this year on the Infiniti is a change in the engine. So it's going to a variable control turbo, and what that does is it changes the stroke at different compressions, goes from 8 to 1 to 14 to 1 as it changes the stroke distance inside the engine. And they add a turbo. So what does that all really come down to? It's quicker, it's a little bit faster, and it's best in class fuel economy by 1 mile per gallon over the BMW. So let's take a look at this engine and get behind the wheel. I'll tell you everything about this Infiniti QX50. There it is. This is the engine. Infiniti says it took them 20 years to perfect. They're using new mechanicals inside the engine to produce more torque with the 4-cylinder turbo engine and to have better fuel economy. Sorry. Not much to see, as typical most engines these days, is a big piece of plastic. So let's get behind the wheel and check it out. I suppose before I hit the road, I should do the interior review because it's quite sunny outside. I'm not sure you're going to be able to see it. So let me flip this around and talk to you about the interior. So here we go. Start with the doors. We have some soft touch leather here. It's kind of an interesting texture on this silver here. And then we have the door handles, everything kind of goes together. Again, seat buttons with a big speaker. We have the window controls, locking mirrors. I do have heated mirrors as well. And here's our controls for the lights. I have another light. This is brights. I have a steering wheel controls where I have the volume controls here and menu system. And I have my cruise controls over here. I have my dongle for my windshield wipers. And then as I go through this, I have different menu systems, tire pressure. This is the vehicle compression turbo. So it's showing the compression ratio. Let's see if I can't get this to look pretty good. And the boost as you're driving it. Kind of showing off their features there. Chassis control. Let me turn off the climate control. I think I know how to do it. There it is. I'll show you that center stack in a little bit. It's a little confusing. Make sure you can hear me pretty well. Engine oil and directions, XM, all that kind of stuff, speed. So we have a nice sloping dash. Sorry, kind of fun. And we have the vents over here. We have our big glove box down here. Plenty of room. And we have the other seats. Now here in the center stack is where I want to talk about kind of things get a little weird. We have 2 screens. It's kind of an interesting setup. And each screen's a little bit different. So when you see the screen navigation, and then you come down here, and I have lots of colors and buttons and different fonts. It's kind of weird that they just don't go together at all. Like I have chrome around here, then I have black lined around here. So could be an opportunity to kind of make things match a little bit better. These are all my buttons for my controls for HVAC. I'll turn that baby back up. It's kind of cold here today. And dual zone, so I have the buttons over here for that side, and then I have my on off. It turns on and off. So, and I have some apps that I can flip through. I don't know if I have anything else that way. There's those apps, and then I have different things going in here. What's interesting is I have a drive mode selector inside a menu system. And if you didn't know, active trace control actually puts the brake on the rear tire, whichever one opposite you're turning, to have a better steering. So those are different controls there. I have a couple cup holders. I do have a cigarette lighter, which is interesting. I don't know if that works. I don't know. Oh, it's a dummy. All right, and then I have USBs. I have a little control here that can flip through some of the different modes and kind of control the navigation. So yeah, that's navigation and camera. I got it kind of dirty, so I have a frontal camera and I have a rear. Should have a rear camera too. No, I guess only when I'm backing up do I have a rear camera. There's my beautiful garage. Okay, I have the start button here, and I have a small control for the shifter. This is a CVT transmission, and so it continuously variable. So as I drive, it just changes gears, and so I have drive, I have neutral, reverse. What's weird is you go up for reverse and back for drive. Took a little bit used to that. I have another drive mode button here that does the same thing as. No, excuse me. It comes up here, not down there. See how this gets confusing? And I can kind of flip through different drive modes. We'll leave it in sport because sport's always fun. And I have my parking button. And then I have a center console that goes up. And I have a USB controller, a USB plug-in, and a dark cavern of room. Put a hand down there. You can kind of see how deep that is. So, let me flip this around for a second. I have 2 seats in the rear and seating for 5. I've been back there with my kids. It's plenty for the kids in the car seat. It's not a huge amount of room, but it's plenty. So I'm going to hop out and actually show you the rear, because I think that's more interesting in this vehicle. Okay, like I said, it's really bright back here, or outside, but I have a lot of room back here. I put quite a few groceries in here. I have additional storage down there for nice emergency kits and things like that. I have a divider for privacy over, what you're putting in here. With the slant of the rear hatch, you really can't see it back there. So I got tons of room, and it's really a great amount of room. All right, you may be wondering about the exterior. Well, I'm going to show you some B-roll on the exterior I took because it's really muddy here. We had a snowstorm, and I got this really dirty. I'll show you the dirty, and I'll show you the clean. That is muddy. Yeah, drove it quite a bit and just got it totally covered. All right, before we go for a quick drive, I want to go over some numbers real fast. This is the 2.0 liter variable compression turbo 4-cylinder engine, 268 horsepower, 280 foot-pounds of torque. They say it's like 20-some% better than the V6 it replaces. All-wheel drive, I have the drive selector. I have 19-inch aluminum alloy wheels. CVT, continuously variable transmission. And I got a lot of nice features inside. This, again, is a luxury vehicle, so, rear privacy glass, heated and fold-in rear mirrors. I have 8-way adjustable seats, rain-sensing front windshield wipers. I have a ton of technology. I have the front emergency braking with pedestrian detection, forward collision warning, blind spot monitoring, around view monitor, moving object detection, rear view monitor, parking sensors, remote engine start. I have Infiniti navigation, which I showed you, Bluetooth XM, 4 USB ports, power rear liftgate, just a ton of stuff. Active noise cancellation. Maybe I need to talk quieter. Easy fill tire alert, which is a cool thing. So like if you're going to fill it up, it'll honk at you to let you know when it's got enough air in it, which is really damn convenient. Traction control, vehicle dynamic control. I do have temperature or tire pressure monitoring system all the way around. So this in the essential package. So it begins at $37,000. This is the higher trim package. Retail base price is $45,150. I do have a Pro Assist package, which is backup collision, distance control assist, intelligent cruise control, and rear cross traffic alert. That's $550. And I have the premium heat package, heated front seats, memory driver's seat, mirrors, and steering wheel. Outside mirrors with reverse tilt down. If you back up, they tilt down. Heated steering wheel and power tilt and telescope steering wheel. That's $1,200. And the premium audio system with the Bose and 16 speakers is $900. Illuminated kick plates. So they say Infiniti on them when you open the doors. It's in blue. It's kind of cool. $460 and welcome lighting. $425. If you get in, it turns lights on. I don't know. That's worth it. Destination charge is $995. Total is $49,685. Fuel economy 24 city, 30 highway, and 26 combined. And let me see if I can find out what I'm averaging on mine. average fuel economy, I'm getting 22.5. That's what I'm getting. I don't know why. It seems like I have not been ragging on it so much. All right, gotta wait for the trucks to go by. They're building a house down the street. So, I'm getting a beep. That beep was the rear cross traffic alert, and I have a little light on the mirror that shows off that they're behind me. But I can kind of hear them, so kind of works out. All right, let's go for a quick drive. Put it in gear again. Backwards for drive, front for reverse. I guess it's. I've been told it's kind of a European thing. That's how the European cars do it. I don't know. Seems a little ridiculous to me. Anyways, I have a lot of Timisms. We call it Timisms, so you can comment below all the Timisms that I'm really absurdly picky and people don't like that or something like that. I don't know. I tend to believe that I'm practical. All right, turning on the highway here. So again, there's a big bump here. Gotta avoid that. All right, here we go. So CVT, you can hear it wind a little bit, but I mean, I got plenty of horsepower there. You know, it's. I don't know. CVTs always get a bad rap, and I'm not really sure why. Seems to me it does fine and fits the needs. I don't know what drive mode I'm in. Should we check? Drive mode. I'm in sport. That was sport, so I should go standard. Which, there's a dump truck in front of me. Which make much of a difference. I'm not flying in the back of the dump truck. I would say that on the highway and as we get out here, it's moderately quiet. I don't really have any concerns about the sound inside the cabin. You can hear the engine a little bit more than maybe you'd want to in this class, I guess. I don't really think there's anything too terribly wrong with it. Roomy cabin. I got plenty of room in here, plenty of headroom. Even the rear seat's plenty of room. I got plenty of room in the back for hauling cargo. I got a pretty good amount of horsepower. The engine I think it's a great idea. I think it's a great engine. It concerns me that there's a lot more mechanical stuff can go wrong in the engine. But pros and cons there, right? They could do a lot more computer-aided stuff, and that'd be even worse because then that costs more money. At least with mechanical, you can buy the part and fix it. Or probably not. I have to take it someplace. I have to pay them because it's so complex these days. All right. Anyways, more moving pieces, pro, con, take it for what you will. It's not a wonderfully amazing, handling car. There's no, spirit of driving excitement from driving it. It's not lame either. It's comfortable. It's a very comfortable driving car. I'm doing 60 miles an hour and cruising along. I'm hitting the bumps pretty well, and it's absorbing them. The suspension is picking them up. It's not as smooth as, say, a Lexus would be, and it's not as spirited as I make corners as a BMW would be. But it's kind of that sweet spot in the middle where, if you're not so much an enthusiast, you're looking for something a little more unique, looking for something a little stylish. I think this car, design-wise, looks really stylish. I think the outside is a very stylish-looking car. And you're looking for something that's different than everybody else has, this is probably one for you. And I would think that with Infiniti being a smaller luxury brand, you could probably find some pretty good bargains. So it probably is the hidden gem. Ooh, there I said it. My only real beefs from a Timonism standpoint is the dual screen thing going on here. That's just weird. If that matched up and there's chrome both ways and it all came together, it'd be great. Volume knob, thankfully we have it. Unfortunately, it's too small, and it's really weird. When I use the system, I'm just not a huge fan of their in-touch system. I think they can do a better job with that. Go back drawing board, folks. Tune channel button is in a weird spot. I just don't care for it. But that's okay. I think one screen would be better. Maybe a huge Tesla screen would be kind of cool. But that's a lot of money. So there you go. That's again, now I'm doing 70 miles an hour and now I'm undisclosed speed. It's riding fine. You can hear a little bit of noise and some wind noise, but again, 70 miles an hour, expect that. I'm getting away from this dump truck. He's throwing a lot of rocks at me. And we'll make a turn here. Oh, I have paddle shifters as well to shift the continuously variable transmission into magical gears that don't exist. Kind of funky. Okay, so pretty good tight turning radius. I don't have a whole lot of beefs. It's not, like I said, it's kind of in between. It's not an amazing driving car, but it's a really comfortable car. Price point I think is pretty good, starting at $37,000. and I think it's pretty competitive in the segment. This is, I believe, the first off a new platform as well, and so lots of changes for the 2019 Infiniti QX50. And for reading more about changes and weird things and Timisms, make sure you follow us on pickuptrucktalk.com, on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, probably there more often. Website I didn't update as much as I like, but YouTube, I update YouTube all the time. We have live streams, it's a great time. You subscribe, hate mail, send it, please. Tim at pickuptrucktalk.com. I love reading it. Make sure you leave your hate mail comments below. I'll make sure I delete them. Yes, I do that. Or I respond in a sarcastic manner. So please, fire off. Tell me how much you hate me and how much I'm the worst review you ever met in your life. And this is such a crappy review. You can't believe you spent this much time on it. Trust me, I've heard it all. Thanks for watching. We'll see you down the road.